Hi, this is Michael Burke with the Paradise Luxury Group, powered by Keller Williams, with my colleague here, Mish Kanigsberg. How you doing, Mish?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I want to review some data that we review in our team meetings and always talking about that. I think that's sometimes people don't understand the numbers as we do,
Mhm.
and so let me just share some information here with you. Bear with me. I want to share my screen. There we go. I'm learning this Zoom control panel pretty well. So right now, our closed sales are down basically 10% and 12% in Naples. I mean, Bonita is down 12%, Fort Myers is down 10%. Why do you think that is?
It's kind of typical a little bit in the summer months that the closed sales um, are less.
Hmm.
Also because, Naples typically is higher priced. People are waiting for the prices to come down and for the market to keep correcting a little bit until they see value. People only buy when they see value, and they sell when they want to capitalize. So they're kind of waiting for those two to meet a little
Right.
bit. Mm-hmm.
So that takes me to my next point, though. Here, days on market, we're seeing those dramatically increase. It
We
wasn't.
cer- we certainly are. Yes.
Oh
Sorry.
my goodness. I mean, look at this. 96% in Fort Myers. They're up 51 days, 63 days in Naples, 48 days in Bonita Springs-Estero. I think that's a little bit light, but you see the trend.
We do see the trend, and you have to keep in mind that when you're in higher price point markets, the higher the price point, typically the longer the days on market are.
Hmm.
These expensive homes, they just take longer to sell sometimes. They don't fly off the shelf.
That's kind of, and I do agree with you, but it's ironic that you and I both popped something at a million plus or closer to 2 million over the last few weeks.
Mhm.
Now, it seems like I have more of the astute buyers in our cars that really are starting to feel some values out there. Would you agree?
I agree. And yet, however, I mean, I'm not sure how long the house that you got on the contract was on the market for, but the one that I was working on was been on the market for 6 months. So that goes to the point that that house, those days on the market for that house did accumulate,
Uh,
and the price had to come down significantly to make this deal happen.
and mine
Um,
was off the market. It had been terminated and was sitting, and my client knew about it, and so we re-engaged the listing agent to let us in. So it wasn't technically on the market.
and so that one sat for how long before it went terminated?
147 days.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's proof is in the pudding.
So, what does that say though, too? At the same time, whether my client found it or we found it, we do have access to off-market properties that we share to our clientele. And as we negotiated the deal, you know, my seller, the seller wasn't my seller, the seller was nervous about coming up on the season that more inventory is going to be coming on the market. So more downward pressure on pricing. Because
Correct.
historically we see what about 20% inventory levels where the snowbirds are testing the waters year over year. It doesn't matter if it's COVID or not. We always see this 20% increase in inventory. So when we're working with a client, specifically a seller, we try to get the property listed now versus later because we get more eyes on it, right?
Correct. And
Yeah,
although there's fewer buyers, there's also fewer sellers. So
correct.
if you have an A plus property, someone's going to want it.
Mm-hmm. 100%. 100%. Well, thank you, Misha. I always appreciate your wisdom. I know our audience does too. So keep up the good work and thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye now.